Alright, we're going to start with the first 4 measures. I'll play it through and then we'll break it down. Okay, we're going to start on the first measure now. So make this shape on the 3rd fret of the 6th string with your ring finger, and on the 2nd fret, 3rd string with your middle finger. Hit strings 6, 4, 3, and 2. So 6, 4, 3, 2. Then hit the 3rd string and hammer on and pull off with your pinky. Okay, so hammer on and pull off. So what you should have so far is then hit the open 4th string and then open 5th string. Okay, so all together. Okay, then leaving your ring finger where it is, put your index finger on the 1st fret, 4th string. So you're going to hit 6th string, then 4th string, then open 3rd string, then on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with your pinky. Okay, so you should have. Then hit the open 3rd string, then hit the 4th string, which should already still be fretted down with your index finger. Then lift off your pinky and hit the 2nd string with your index finger. Okay, so I like to do it like this, just like the bar down with our index finger. If you don't want to do that, you can just, move your index finger down the normal way. Okay, so all together for measure 2 should be. Alright, now keep your ring finger where it is and lift off your index finger. Okay, so all you should have is just your ring finger on the 3rd fret 6th string. Now hit both the 6th and 2nd strings, then hit the open 3rd string. Then on the 3rd fret 2nd string with your pinky, then open 4th string. Okay, so all together. Okay, now use your thumb on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. Okay, so your thumb should be pushing down there. And then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And then hit both the 6th and 3rd strings. Then hit the open 4th string, open 2nd string, and then on the 1st fret of the 2nd string with your index finger. Okay? So what we should have is. So from the beginning of measure 3, it should be. Alright, now leave your middle finger where it is and take off your thumb and index finger. Okay, so all you should have is just your middle finger on right now. And hit the open 6th and 2nd strings. Then hit the 3rd string, which should be fretted down with your middle finger. Open 3rd string. Okay, so lift off. Right, so. Then put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and hit the 5th, 4th, and 5th strings. Then open 3rd string and open 4th string. Okay, so from the beginning of measure 4, you should have. Okay, now we'll be looking at measures 5 through 8, and I'll just play it through, then we'll break it down. Alright, so make this shape. On the 3rd fret of the 5th string with your ring finger. On the 2nd fret of the 4th string with your middle finger. And on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with your pinky. Okay, like this. Do a finger roll on the 5th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Something like this. You can do a finger roll like that. Okay, then hit the 4th, 3rd, and 1st strings. Okay, so 4th string, 3rd string, 1st string. Okay, so all together. Okay, now move your middle finger down 1 string. Okay, that. So from here to here. And hit both the 4th and 2nd strings. Then hit the 3rd string, which should be fretted down with your middle finger. Then lift off your pinky and hit the open 2nd string. And then on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, with your index finger. Alright, so all together, from the beginning of that, you should have. Alright, now put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and hit both the 6th and 2nd strings. Then hit the open 4th string, open 3rd string, open 4th string. Alright, okay, so you should have. Now bar the 2nd fret with your index finger. Okay, and hit both the 6th and 2nd strings. Then hit the 3rd string. Okay, so if you want to make this easier on yourself, you could use both your fingers to bar down, if you find that easier. Alright, now put your pinky on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and hit both the 5th and 2nd strings. Then hit the 3rd string. So for measure 6, we should have this. Okay, now put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Okay. And then do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Then hit the open 3rd string, open 2nd string, and hit the 1st string, leaving your pinky where it is. Okay, so you should have. Now put your index finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string, and do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings, like we did before. Open 3rd string. Okay, now lift off your pinky, and on the 2nd fret of the 1st string with your middle finger. Then open 1st string. What we should have is this. Okay, now go back to this shape, which is the shape that we had before, so to make it easier to see. So basically what this is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with your pinky, and on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with your middle finger. Hit both the 4th and 2nd strings. Then hit the 3rd string. Lift off your pinky and hit the 2nd string. And on the 1st fret of the 2nd string with your index finger. right? So this is like something we played before. Okay, now put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string and hit the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. But right after you hit those strings, you're going to want to mute them right after. So something like this. There's a couple ways you can do it. One way is right after you hit the strings, with your same fingers, just push back down on the strings here so that it just mutes them. Like this. Okay, another way you can do it is by pushing down with your ring finger right after to just mute the strings. Like that. Right, so okay, so next you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and you hit the 6th, 4th, and 3rd strings, and then you mute the strings like what we did before. Okay, so you should have okay, so from the beginning of measure 8 would be this. We're going to look at measures 9 and 10. I'm going to play it through, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so basically, at the end of measure 8, we finish with this. Now, right after that, you just move your middle finger down one string from there. Alright, and then you're going to make this shape. On the 1st fret of the 6th string with your index finger, right? And on the 2nd fret, 3rd string with your middle finger. So that's where your middle finger is after you move it down one string, right? Then on the 3rd fret of the 5th string with your ring finger, you're going to hit both the 6th and 3rd strings. Then hit the 5th, 4th, 5th, and 6th strings. Okay? So 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th. Okay? So what you should have so far is then on the 3rd fret of the 4th string with your pinky, you're going to hit that note. Then lift off your middle finger and play the open 3rd string. And then put your middle finger back down where it was. So that's on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, and hit that. Right? So from the beginning of that, you should have okay. Now for measure 10, you move your ring finger to the 5th fret of the 5th string, right? So from that position you had it there, just move it and slide it horizontally here. So that's 5th fret, 5th string with your ring finger, and you're gonna want to hit both the 5th and 3rd strings now. Then open 4th string. Now put your index finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and hit both the 3rd and 2nd strings. Then open 4th string. Now put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string. Okay, and then hit both the 5th and 4th strings. Okay, so what you should have right now is this. Okay, then after that, hit the open 3rd string. Then on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, with your middle finger. Okay, so all together. Measures 11, 12, and 13 are the same as before. They're the same as measures 3, 4, and 5. So I'm just going to play it through right now. Alright, so measure 14 is really similar to a measure that we did previously, but there's just a very slight difference at the end of it. So, but I'm still going to just show it from the very top of it. So start with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and hit both the 6th and 2nd strings. Then open 4th string, open 3rd string, open 4th string. Then, like before, you bar the 2nd fret with your index finger and hit both the 6th and 2nd strings. Okay, then hit the 3rd string. Right? So it's just like what we did before. So what you should have is now the difference this time is you're gonna make this shape right after you play that, like right after this. Make this shape. So on the 1st fret of the 4th string with your index finger, and then on the 2nd fret of the 5th string with your middle finger, hit both the 5th and 2nd strings, then hit the 4th string. Right? So the transition, or, well, from the top again, would be right? So you have to be kind of fast when you do that. Right after this, go here. Okay, so measures 15 through 19 is exactly as what we did before, so you should know how to play it already. I'm just going to play through it kind of slowly right now. Okay, so now on the last measure, measure 20, it's basically the same as before as well, but with a very slight difference. Okay, so pretty much here you play on the 3rd fret 6th string with your ring finger, which should still be there from the previous measure, and on the 1st fret of the 4th string with your index finger, right? So hit the 6th string, then 4th string, then open 3rd string. Then on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with your pinky, right? So it's pretty much like what we did before. So it sounds like this. Okay, then hit the 3rd string, open 3rd string. Then hit the 4th string, which should be fretted down with your index finger. Then open 5th string. Okay, so a little tip for this part, if I was to do it from the beginning again. When you get to the part where you're going to hit this open 5th string, right, you might find yourself muting it. Right? Your ring finger might be muting it. If you find that happening, just lift off your, like everything, but just leave your ring finger on and arc your ring finger so that you don't mute it. Right? So, like this. That's what I try to do. Because if I just leave my index finger on still, find myself muting it because I'm not arcing my ring finger enough. So that's just a tip, just, just do this. Okay, so. Okay, then after that, just make this shape, which is 3rd fret 6th string with your ring finger, 2nd fret 3rd string with your middle finger, and do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Okay, so all together. Alright, if you made it this far, hopefully it means that you learned how to play this song. If this lesson was helpful, please let me know, because it'll feel really cool knowing that I was able to help. I know that the tabs look like shit, but it's because it's my first time making tabs. I used some website, I think it was called Tab Composer, to help me make those tabs, and I had to draw in the arrows myself because it just wouldn't let me draw the arrows. And I apologize for all the jump cuts in the lesson. The reason there's so many of them is because I still felt kind of unfamiliar with, what strings or what frets to do things on, because I must have only spent an hour learning how to play this song, and I didn't really practice it that much, which is why, there's so many jump cuts, because I just want to make sure that what I was saying was just correct, and to make the lesson more coherent, hopefully. So hopefully you're able to, bear through with all the jump cuts, but otherwise you'll just see me, spending even more time stumbling on what frets or what strings to play on might make things more confusing. But, as I make more lessons, hopefully I'll get better and there'll be less of that. And, yeah, so that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed and I'll catch you later.